Okay, hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Mr. Alvin, and I still remain your instructor on the 5 days bootcamp day that we are having. So, welcome to day three bootcamp on UI UX design. So, today we are going to be doing a lot of things today. Believe me, we're going to be doing a lot of things today. And before I start, if you are viewing the video now, this moment, you can go on our YouTube page and you can click on the subscribe button, or you can follow us on other social media platform. Okay, without wasting much of your time, like yesterday I said that I'm starting very very early today. So for those of you that were active yesterday, I want to say a very big thank you and welcome today. And for as many that are still live today, you are very very much welcome once more. Okay, so we have to move to the business of the evening. Okay, so but if you have any question concerning today's teaching, you can also drop your comments on the comments bar there and ask your question. Maybe try concerning today's lecture, and maybe yesterday you were having some difficulty in the tutorials. You can also still ask your question. There will be room for answers today. Okay, so without wasting much of your time, I will move down to our Figma app. We covered a lot yesterday. So if you are with me, please get your system with you and your book and pen, because we'll be talking many things today. So let me just move to my Figma. If you are with your system, you can also go to your Figma with me. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. Okay, so yesterday get shapes done like this one we have here, and not just this kind of shapes, not this kind of shape. We also did how to make this line a straight to add colors, solid colors to an object or to a shape, sorry, and also how to apply gradients. So today we are going to move on to an advanced a little. We are going to move a little bit advanced into Figma 2. So today we'll be working on a project, though it's not that much. So, but everything I'm going to be saying will explain a lot of things today. So please follow me very carefully. Like I said, I will repeat myself. If you have any question, you can go to the comment section and drop your question. There will be room from us for answers. Okay, and also after this stuff today or tomorrow, I'm going to be giving projects to everyone who is participating currently, or who have been active since the first day till the last day, or till the fourth day. I'll be giving projects for you to do, and I'll also instruct you on how you are going to submit your project um, for us, because there will be certificates for everyone who participated in the project or in the tutorials. And also, let's say lastly, when there will be certificate for as many who do their project and submit it on time. So back to our Figma. So today we'll be moving a little bit advanced in Figma. Now I'll show you a couple of things. Now currently we have something on the screen. Now this particular stuff is, or this particular work you're seeing here, or this project is Figma. Sorry, it's AliExpress interface app. Now we're not going to complete everything concerning the applications, but from this from this little illustration or explanation, you should be able to understand some steps when it comes to designing an app or a website with Figma. You also know how to um, use some tools. You also know things like buttons. You also know things like auto layout. You also know things like grouping and so on. You also know things like padding, and maybe you also know things like animation. Now, what I mean by animation is something like this. I'll just go to prototype, though I will explain prototype to you later on. So please just hold on. Let me show you what I mean by animation. Okay, let me just use the main tab. So this particular screen, let me show you what animation is. Now you're looking at this particular screen. This is prototyping screen. What has been done, though we are going to build this from scratch. Are you with me? So please follow me very carefully. I just want to show you some little things so that your mind will be so focused today. So just give it a little little minute. Let it load. Okay. Okay, like you can see, we have this particular screen. Now you see the movement of this stuff going up is called an animation. It said how it's moving. We're going to learn how to do that. Are you with me? Then to 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 navigate to another particular screen, like you can see here, this particular screen, I don't need to come here and click. I can just click on this place to tell you how it's supposed to work on your phone or your iPhone, or let's say your mobile device. You understand? So that's what we're going to try to achieve today. And also these designs you are seeing here, we're going to do some of them today. So now, the first thing we want to know about is the first big stuff you are seeing here that have the name on top of this place called AliExpress. Now, this particular place, like I told you, I said today I'll be explaining what frames are and why frames are very important in designing. Are you with me? So, these particular stuffs you are seeing here, we have AliExpress, and add email. Now, these three stuff, they are all called frames. Are you with me? They are all called frames. Now, frames has the okay. Frame is a like I said the first time. Frame is like a container that contains everything, or that you can add all your designs or some of your designs for prototyping, like the way I did just now. You can only prototype frames. You cannot prototype shapes like these ones. Are you with me? So frames are needed when doing any of your designs. Currently, the frame I'm using, if I is iPhone 16 Plus. That's the one I love using. You can use whatever one you want to use. So you can basically draw frames with your you can draw frames freely with your hand. We have the frame tool, like we have here, the frame tool. So you can draw any frame here. You see it's going to show as frame up here. The name is called frame. So you can actually still click on this place and select the kind of frame you want at your right hand corner. You can select any one you want. Like I said, I love using iPhone 16 Plus to do any design I'm doing. If you want to use your iPhone 16 Pro Max, if you want to use iPhone 13, it's your choice. It's not like it's restricted. There's a limitation to it. Now, like I said, I'm using a free version, which is also able to do some wonderful things. Yeah. So that is for frames. Now, whatever thing we are going to be designing, we'll be using frames. Now, I will just get my iPhone 16 Pro, my iPhone 16 Plus. Now, what we are going to start with is we're going to start by creating this continue button. This continue button here at the down nav after I've make my frame. So like I told you, if you want to create a frame, you can just come here and click on the frame you want. Sorry, I'm currently on a frame too. Okay, you can just click on the frame you want. Let's say you click on frame, you can just come here and click the frame you want. Now you see there's a new frame that has been made, here. Okay, there's a new frame that has been made here. Now, before I move on to creating this particular stuff, we'll be also talking about grouping and auto layout, because without those guys, I don't think we can be able to do anything here. So I will be discussing on that before we start the design fully. So what is grouping and auto layout? Grouping in a general sense is when you get two different components. Are you with me? You get two different components, bring them together and try to make them one. Are you with me? And try to make them one component. Then frame in its own, it's like putting two components in a particular container. They look similar, they look alike, but they are different. Now, this is the difference between grouping and frame. Now, for example, let's say I have uh, okay, let me use a text. Let's say I have a text of this continue. So follow me very carefully. I'll be using this medium to also create this particular stuff here, but I will still explain what it is to you. So let's say I type continue. Let's say I type continue. Sorry. Okay, so let's say I type continue. Now remember, I told you to scale a particular work. You can use your K to scale your work. That is, go to your scale tool here to scale a work. Now currently that text is very small, so I just want to scale it. So I'll just scale it a little bit big up like this. Now, once you should understand, whatever thing you are doing, its property will definitely be here. Like I told you earlier on, that whatever you are doing on anything, as long as it's in this Canva, it's going to have a property. So currently, sorry, let me go back to my move to. So currently, this particular text has its its uh properties. So I can actually add colors to this text if I want to from this place here. The way you added colors to shapes, that's how you can also add text, colors to text. If you want to make it red, you can make it red. You can see that it's changing. If you want to make it black, you can make it black. But that is, we're going to look at that maybe later on. So let's go back to what we are doing. So for example, let's say I have this text here and then I have a shape here. Let's say I have this shape and this text here. Now, I will show you what grouping is and what the auto layout or frame does. Now, I'm going to duplicate these guys. Now, in case you want to duplicate your work, you can actually highlight the stuff you want to duplicate, or you can just click on it and hold your alt key, click and drag it out like this. You hold your alt key, click and drag out. Now I have it in two different places. So the both of them are we're having four individual subjects here, and these two, we are going to use this two for grouping, and then we are going to use this two for frame. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on this place to select two subjects. You can actually highlight the two subjects, or you can hold your shift, click with first subject and click the second subject, and you have highlighted the both of them. Now, to group, you have to press Ctrl G to group. Now, when you group, you see these two now are one subject. Are you with me? Okay, so this for group. Are you? So I'm going to go for the frame. So now, I'll do the same thing, but this time I'm not going to press Ctrl G. Are you with me? I'm not going to press Ctrl G. I will either press my Shift A. Are you with me? Shift A to make it a frame. Like you can see, it's actually tag frame. Are you there? It's tag frame 300. Though I have a lot of frames in my layer here. So don't worry, we're going to understand. I'm going to show you how this works maybe when we're doing this particular project. So now this is tagged frame and this is tagged a group. Now, the first difference you should understand or you should notice between the frame and the group is that the group has no name when in the Canva phase, in the Canva environment. When it is in the Canva environment, you can't see the name of that particular group like the way the frame is appearing here. And but you can see the name here in your layer panel, like you can see it here. Okay, now another difference is this: if you are scaling, now if you are trying to scale or trying to move your subject inside, there is a problem. You see the both of them colliding together. Are you seeing it? They are being compressed. The shape is compressed. Are you following? But in frames, you can actually move this guy individual. Are you seeing it? So the frame here is independent. It can be on its own. That means you can remove your contents that are inside here, and the frame will still stand alone. For example, let's say I want to take off this continue from this frame. It is possible. I can just double click inside to select the text, the continue text, and push it out. Are you seeing it? So now we have just the what? The rectangle inside the frame. I can still remove the rectangle from the frame, and the frame is still independent on its own. So if I click on the frame, on the rectangle inside, and drag it out, now you see the frame is still active. And one beautiful thing about these frames is that you can actually add colors. You can add what we call constraints. You can do a lot of things with frames. Are you with me? You can also add colors, hues to your frames like this. Let's say you go to your fill and then you give it a white fill. You see it? You can add fill to your frames. That is one wonderful part about frames. Now, so I don't know if you have any questions. Like I said, you can drop your questions on the comments section, on our YouTube page. So back to what I'm saying. So you see, now some persons now might be asking, so does it mean now that grouping and grouping is less better than frame? No, grouping is not less better than frame. There are a lot of people that use grouping for their work, but me, I love using frame or auto layout, which I will explain to you how to use it. The reason being why is that there are some little features that are in frames that I can work with. Are you with me? Than grouping. Like I showed you just now, grouping, you cannot remove this guy and then it now has a different layer. There's no other layer. So the both of them are scattered. You understand? But frame, the both of them are out, but the frame still stands. So this, the reason I have to explain this to you is because the button I'm going to create here, this continue you are seeing here, is called a button. Are you with me? It's called a button. Now, what are buttons? Some persons might be asking, what do you mean by buttons? Buttons are are elements in are designing elements in your UI design. Are you with me? They help you. Are you with me? They help you to navigate. They help you to move, or they show, or they are pointing arrows to a different frame entirely. For example, when I prototype this guy at first, let me show you what I mean. When I prototype this guy at first, now if when you look at this continue, it's a button. When I clicked on it, are you seeing it? It takes me to a different location entirely. Are you with me? But now imagine I did not click on this continue. Let's say I click on this place. Are you seeing? It's indicating that no, that is not where I'm supposed to click. That there is a button that should take me down to the next page. Now, buttons are really helpful if you know how to, if you can follow what I'm going to do here. It's going to help you a lot when it comes to your design. It helps you move from one particular place or environment for an app very easily. Are you with me? So I'm going to show you how to create button first, so that we're going to use it for our first design here. So how to create this button is what I want to do. They are very easy to do. They are very, very easy to create. Now, there are various ways to create button, but I'm just going to show you the one that's more easier so that you can, so that it will not be that difficult for you to do. So currently, I have my continue here. I have my continue here. Okay, you can type your own using your type tool to type your text. You can type your text, and then if you don't know how to use your scale tool to 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 make your stuff big or small, you can actually come to the design to your property panel here, where you can actually change the size of your text here, down here. So I can actually give it a, you see it's changing depend on the number you give to it. So I'll just give it I think this is close to what I have there, or should I just use 24? Okay, let me use 24. Okay, now if you want to change your text form, the type of text you want to use or font, you can come to this Intel, this typography where they wrote Intel. You can change your text font style to whatever you want here. But I'm not going to change my text. So you can also come to this place and change how you want your text to look like, whether big, bold, or small, or italics, whatever one you want to do. So that is for that. Now, to create a button, it's pretty much easy for us to do. All I need to do after typing my stuff here, or my whatever I want to type, the next thing I need to do is to change it to auto layout. Now, auto layout, what is auto layout? Auto layout is a frame. It's the way you make, or I'm looking for the right word to explain it to you so that it's more easier. Okay, let me just give an auto layout. To make an auto layout is Shift A. Are you with me? Okay, so it makes a particular icon or a shape have an individual frame. Are you with me? It makes it have an individual frame that you can make a clickable stuff in your workspace. So that is basically what I did. So currently, if you watch, I hold my Shift and A to convert this guy into a button or a frame. Are you with me? So now, how do I make it look big like this? Thank you very much. If you have questions, you can ask your questions. And if I'm too fast, you can still also drop it on the comment section so that I can move to your paste. So back to what I'm saying. So this particular frame has been made, and I told you that you can actually make this frame. You can work on this frame. Are you with me? As long as this stuff is inside there, you can work on the frame. So the first thing I'm going to do is to add what we call padding. Are you with me? We are going to add padding. Now, when you click on any frame that has been made, or any auto layout, it automatically pops up that when you click on that frame, the padding section in your property panel will definitely appear. It's right beneath this alignment panel here at this place. You can see it here, padding. Now, what does it do? It helps increase the width or the height of your frame. So currently I'm going to increase the height of my frame and the width of my frame a little. So I'm going to give my frame, uh let's say I'm giving my frame, let me give it this size. Let me make the width. Okay, I'm going to make the width this size. Okay, let me make it this size. So but before I put it into my frame, I need to do something really quickly. Now, when you want to design on any frame, are you with me? When you want to design on any frame, there's what we call layout guide. It helps you to arrange your stuff or any design in an appropriate manner so that you not see those stuff coming out of your canvas. For example, if you watch this slide we have here, you can see that there's space in between this design. So I'm going to add a layout guide, which is here. Are you with me? On your property panel, once you click on any frame, you can add a layout guide here at the down side of your property panel. So once you come to this plus sign and click, now you see this is how it looks like, the layer guide. Now you can actually edit your layout guide so that it will fit what you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to this place that they wrote grid and then change to column. Are you following? To have this kind of look. Now once I have this kind of look, I'm going to set my count. I don't want it to be too much. The count, this count represent how many red stuff you see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the 5 you are seeing here. So I'm going to set it to let me give it 6. I think 6 would be pretty much better for me. Then your color, the color the grid is the grid style is the layout guide is having. Now you also have what we call the the merge. Now we're going to the merging. So I'm going to give my merging 4. Let's see what it's going to give for us. Okay, now this place we have here. Okay, then I think I'm missing something. Okay, the width I'm going to give, on, sorry, I need to work on this. Sorry. Okay, let me give this 16. Okay, now this is the spacing in between. Are you following? Is the spacing in between? Okay, so let me cancel this. There's something I'm missing here. Some color. Okay. Now to zoom in, I told you to zoom in is Control Shift. Is Control and do the wheel on your button, or you can pinch your mouse on your system to zoom in. So let's still work on this. Let's still work on this. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to put my type to center. Once I put it to center, I'm going to set the radius in between that it's going to be from this particular place. Okay. Now let me give it a width of, or should I set it to be center? If I put it on stretch, okay, let me give it a count of 5 or 4. So what we have, I think there's okay, whatever way, let's just continue. So this my layout. I'm going to use this my frame here, my button here. I have to put colors into it. Now clicking on the frame, I can come to this place that says add fill, this fill here, and click on the fill. There you see it added a color to the frame. So what color do we have here? We have a black color here. So the color I'm going to give it, I'm going to give it black color, and you see it's looking almost like what we have here. Then the next thing is this. I'm going to give it a corner radius. Let me show you what the corner radius is. Corner radius is how round this particular edge is going to look. Now to get that, everything you want to do when it comes to your design, like I said, you can find it in your design panel as long as you are clicking on that particular work. Are you there? So let me add, I'm going to give it a corner radius of this size. So I'm coming to this. Now your corner radius should apply to the frame, not the text itself. So you click on the frame, and I'm going to give it corner radius. You can find your corner radius in under appearance on your design panel. You can find it there on your design panel. So you have this corner radius here. You can manually input the radius you want. Let me give it 30. Let's see. So that I'm going to have a good round edge for that stuff there. So I'm going to zoom in to see. Now you see how round it is. Okay. So now, like I added padding to this guy. So I'm going to add a little bit padding to this person. Now make sure whatever thing you are doing when it comes to design, all your numbers should be divisible by 2. Are you with me? Like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, like that. It will give your work a perfect shape. You don't give one side 1, 2, 3, and then you leave the other one to be in odd. Okay, you give some part odd numbers and then you give some even numbers. So it is best you leave them on your your even number. Right? So I'm going to give it a little padding upward. That's for the height. Okay, so I think we are good with this. Are you with me? I think we are good with this. Now, one thing about frame is that you can put different frames on top another frame. You can put frames in frames upon frames upon frames upon frames. It's not restricted. That's a beautiful part I love about frames. So I'm going to push this guy to this place here. Are you following? So this is where I'm going to drop it. Or let me push it a little bit upward. Now you might be asking, how am I doing that? I'm just pressing my arrow button on my keyboard. So I'm going to put this guy here. I think I need to reduce the padding of that guy a little bit. Now you can see it's on 15. So so I'm going to reduce it to let me reduce it to 10 instead. Okay, the widest one, I'm going to reduce it to 1. Let me give it 130 instead. Okay, so I have this. Now, for example, let's say you push this guy to this place and then it's not aligning with your work very well. You can easily do that clicking on this your frame here. You see your align panel here at the top that says position. Now we have the left align, we have the align left, we have the align center, we have the align right. So I can just click on align center. You see it takes it perfectly to where I want it to be, the middle. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. Sorry, I'm going to bring that my text, that my button down a little bit. Okay, to do that, you have to double click on it to enter inside that particular frame, and then you can push it down, or you can bring it down to the point you want it to be. So now we have made our first button. Are you there? We've made our first button for our first frame. So if you follow me, this is how to make your button. It's not difficult. Auto layout is not really difficult in Figma, but to some persons it's looking like a big deal, but believe me, it's not a big deal. All you need to do, understand how to do your padding, understand how to add your colors, and understand how to align your stuff in a particular layer. So the next thing we are to design here in our work, I'm going to push it this way, is this Nigeria stuff, this Nigeria flag, and also Nigeria at name. We want to type it, and also location. Now, as you can see, we have different types here, but all of them are in one layer here. Are you seeing it? All of them are in one layer, one auto layout here. I'm going to show you how to do that, and I'm going to show you how to place them on your page, on your worksheet. So this is how to do that. Now, currently, like I said, I'm still using my grid line so that it's going to help me a lot. Or if you don't want to use your guide layout, you can also use your ruler. Are you with me? To use your ruler, you press Ctrl arrow to pop your ruler out. Are you with me? Just press Ctrl arrow. Or, right? Sorry. Wait, what is that? Okay. I think my stuff is covered here. Sorry. Uh, or instead, we can still wait. Let me get it from here. Mm, 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 mm. Let me get it from here. Okay, sorry, I'm using the website on that's why the ruler is not popping. But on the normal Figma app, you see the ruler popping up. So I will just stick to using my layer guide. So if you have your own ruler, you can just press Ctrl R to bring it up. So back to what I'm saying. Um, so the next thing we need to do is this particular text type here, which we are going to do now. I'm going to pick my text to here. Now, what I will do is I'm going to type each words individually. I'm going to type in Nigeria individually. I'm going to type your location individual, and also I'm going to bring that particular the shape, the Nigeria flag you are seeing there. I'm going to do a little bit mock-up there, which I'll show you how to do the mock-up, and also how to bring icons like your arrow icons, left arrow icons in Figma. Please stay put. So what I will do first is that I'm going to type Nigeria 9. Okay, so I'm going to type Nigeria. Okay, then the next thing I will need to type is your location. So I'm going to type your location up here. Your location. Okay, so I've typed your location. Are you with me? Now we have this and this. Now, one thing you should also understand is that when typing, there are hierarchies when it comes to typing. For example, we have this type here very bold, and then we have your location fainted and small. So you will learn to do that by just clicking on the text you want to do, and you can come to this your text typography and click on where you have numbers here, and then you can increase the size of your text. So I'll just give it something like, let me give it 16. I think 16 is much better for me. And not just 16, I'm going to make it a little bit bold, so I'm going to give it a semi bold. And you can give it a bold, depends on what it depends on you, whatever you want to give it. Then I'm going to change my font from intern to, I think I'm going to use Montserrat font. So let me use Montserrat font. On Okay, so this is Montserrat font. So I'm going to use Montserrat font for my work, and it's on semi bold. So the next thing I'm going to do is so do a little mock-up of my Nigeria flag. So I'm going to show you how to do mock-ups on this particular stuff. All you need to do is to draw a shape where you can input that particular flag. Just draw a shape that will fit in your Nigeria flag. Something like this. Are you following? And just make it a little bit small. Now, I did not explain this guide to you. This one, they are called Action 2, where you can find different plugins, where you can find a lot of things, icons, which I'm going to use to get an icon also, so that you understand what that particular uh, environment does. So I'm going to click on this place. Now it will pop me to this particular environment. Now, what I'm going to do, I need to use on Splash. Are you with me? Now, I'm going to use a plugin called on Splash. You can just type it on the search bar there, on Splash, on Splash. Okay, now it has popped up. On Splash is here. Just click on it. Now it's going to load on Splash screen, on Splash website for you to get whatever you want to get. Sometimes it takes time, sometimes it's fast to load for you. So mine is still running. Okay, so here I can actually get what I want to get. I can come to my search bar and say I need Nigeria flag. Just click on the search bar here, come to this place and type Nigeria flag. Sorry, Nigeria flag. Okay, and enter. Now, when you type that, you see I've gotten something like this. The moment you click on this guy, it will apply here. Did you see? It automatically apply at that shape. I don't need to drag. I don't need to do any more stress work here. Just click. Now, currently, that particular Nigeria flag is locked. Now, we can let's just still use it. But when you have a lock stuff, you might not be able to use it. So it's best you look for a free one that you have here. Like this is a free version. It's a free picture that you can get. But let me just use this for now. So after that, I'm going to go out of this place. So you see, that is how to make mockups, and they are pretty much easy to do. Now, the next thing I need to get is my arrow icon, which is here. This arrow icon here. Now, I'm still going to go to that my action key, my action bar here, and also click here. Now, I'm going to go to a site called Iconify. Iconify is a place where you can get whatever kind of icons you want for your designs. Are you with me? So I'm just going to click on Iconify, and then it's going to load Iconify. It's pretty much easy to do, to use. So when it loads, you will see a lot of options here for you. Now I'm going to just look for, okay, I can come to this place and say left arrow. Since that, no, that's right arrow. So I'm going to type right arrow arrow. So then click to search. Now it says there's no match for that, so I'll just say arrows. Since there's no match for that, so let me just say arrows. Now you see I have a lot of arrows here, very much easy to get. It's not that difficult. Now you can actually click on this and then it appears here, or you can easily just click this guy and drag it out of this particular place like this. You can click and drag it out to your workspace like this. It's pretty much easy so to drag. Me, I love dragging it because it doesn't stress me. So after that, I can close this and bring this guy over here. So now I have my arrow, so I'm going to increase it to this size. Now that is that. Now if you want to increase your arrow size, now remember every icon you bring is already in a frame. Are you with me? It's already in a frame. So for you to increase it, you can come to this place here at your property panel, and then you can give it a dimension that you want to give it. So I'm going to give it 24. Let me give it 24 by 24. Let's see how it's going to look. So I have 24 by, okay, this side is changing because this blue button is on. So I'll off it and then give this side also 24 and enter. Oh boy. No. It's not looking nice. It's not looking nice. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. Control Z to go back. It's not looking nice. Not looking nice. Okay, so I have this. So what I'm supposed to just impute was the height of this particular, and was the width, and everything is changed. So that is that. So I have this on my screen. So now how do I make this auto layout for it? Are you there? To make it look like the way it is here. It's pretty much simple. Now currently our icon is already in a layer. It's already in a frame. So but what we don't have as frame is the Nigeria. We don't have oh sorry, my Nigeria is wrong. Okay, is it wrong? Wait, let me work on this guy. It's wrong. Okay, so what I have here is my Nigeria and my location. Now, but currently, I think the Nigeria is black color here. Okay, black. Are you there? So I'm going to set it to be black color. Here, come to the field and go to black. And also the location, I'm going to go to the location and also make it black. But this time, the black will have a percentage. The black will have a percentage. I'm going to give it a percentage of 50% here at this eggs here. I'm going to give it 50%. It plays a role, the number 50% dark. Yeah, it's a little bit lighter. Now, like I said, to make this guy a frame, first of all, I'm start with my text here. This Nigeria. All I need to do is to click on the Nigeria and press my Shift A, and then it will become a frame, like you can see here. Are you there? Now, once it becomes a frame, automatically is on all content. Is on all content. I will explain all content to you later on. So the next one, I'm going to click on this guy, or my shift, click on this guy, and also convert the both of them to a frame. Now, once you do that, if you move your frame, are you seeing it? It's the Nigeria is going off the frame. Are you seeing that? Now, this is where all content comes in. If I change this guy to all content, watch this. Okay, it's still doing that. So I think I need to change the location inside. Sorry, the location inside to all content. As you can see, it's on fill. So I'm going to change your location to all content. Okay, so once I've changed it to all content, now watch. Okay, sorry, both those guy, the Nigeria, I need to still change it to all content. So I'm going to change it to all content here. Now, once you change it to all content, now you change the full frame also to all content. That means, what's wrong with this guy? I think, okay, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create an individual frame for this location so that can be able to do this stuff very well. So I'll bring this Nigeria out of this frame. That's much easier for me to do. Okay, so I'll delete this frame. I even have two frames there, so I don't want to use that frame. Okay, so let me go back to what I did. So I'll change this guy to frame and also change my location also to a frame. Okay, so after that, I'm going to select the both of them and give them, I'm also convert the both of them to frame. Okay, so let me push this guy a little bit up, and this guy should be here. Now to select the both frame, hold your shift and select the both frame. Now I'm going to convert them to auto layout. Are you there? So now the both of them are now one auto layouts. I'm going to convert the both of them now to org. So if something is still wrong with this guy, okay, I need to convert this guy to a fill to org. Okay, so the issue here, the little issue here I'm having is that I'm supposed to use my padding. Sorry for that. I'm supposed to use this guy to draw them close, the padding, not moving the whole entire frame. So you can use your padding or this, your gap here, click on it, and then you can reduce the gap here. Are you seeing the gap between um, two, um, two content? And also you can shorten your frame to the size you want to this point. Okay, so we have this now as we have the both of them now as one frame, and think I'm still going to take them close. The gap should be still close, should still be close to a place like this. So I'll just centralize it. Okay, now this one I'm going to click on this one, hold my shift and click on this, and also convert it to a frame. Are you with me? Now, when you convert to a frame, now you see a gap here between the both of them where you can actually edit this, guys. You can actually increase the padding, you see that, and then decrease it. Likewise, the one you have inside here, this one, you can also increase the padding like this and also decrease it, whether horizontal or vertical. Now, the next thing is I'm going to add this one to the frame, which is this arrow key, and then I'm going to click on this frame and also click on the arrow keyframe and then convert to auto layout. So every one of them now are in one layer, as you can see. That's why I like using layer. I don't like using grouping. So now I can easily, let me go up. So I can easily make the size of this guy very much easy for myself. So what I'm going to do is to come to this frame and make it to be close to each other, not too much. Okay, like this is very, very good. Now, if you watch, there's a size we use for this our first frame. What's the size there? Is 366 width long. Are you there? And the height is 49 higher. So I'm going to come to this place, to this frame, and if you watch, we have uh 291, but let me first convert to hog. So how do I increase the size of this guy? It's pretty much easy. I'm going to use my padding to increase it. Now currently you see my width is increasing, so I'm going to put it 366 here. Okay, and then I'm going to increase the height, which is already in 48, like we said here. Now the next thing is that I'm going to add a fill of white, to my frame. So I'll come here, add it fill, and then give it a white fill like this. Now if you watch, the distance between these two guys, this from here to here, is too much, so I'm going to decrease it by clicking this place, or by reducing the padding. So but before then, I'm going to give this a corner radius of, let's say, 30. That was the corner radius I gave to the first one, or let me give it 16 instead. I'm going to give it the corner radius of 16. I think 16. Oh no, sorry, 16. Okay, I think this is much better. Now I'm not going to stop there. I'm also going to give this my frame a stroke of black, but the black will be very, very less. We have a very less percent. So by to give that, I'm going to come to this place called stroke and click on plus sign, and then it has applied a stroke of black to it. Here I can select it, but this time I'm going to give it, let's say, 30% stroke, and that is it. Then the next thing is this. I think I need to space the padding between these two guys inside. Let me Okay, you can just double click to enter a particular frame. You can double click to enter a particular frame. Okay, so the space here, I'm going to reduce the space a little bit to something like this, and then the padding for my entire frame, I'm going to reduce it to this size. Now I can make an individual place a pad. I can pad only one side and also pad another side separately. So what I want to do, I'm going to pad just this side, make it longer, which I'm going to do that. You click on this icon on your padding section. You click on this icon, this small icon here that say individual padding. Once you click on it, you see 4 different columns indicating the 4 corners of your your frame. So what I want to increase is the length, which is this side. I'm going to increase it to till it becomes that's amount I need. That's 366 here. Then the padding from here to here, I need to decrease this guy. Oh no, sorry. Okay, I need to increase this guy to this. Then I think I still need to decrease this one's padding. Let me decrease it to how it is to be. Okay, let me put it in 10. Okay, so you can manually input the figure if you want 10 and enter. So now I think I'm also going to give this side 10 also, so that I'm going to have a good balance for my work. Enter. Okay, so what I'm going to increase is this place. So I'm going to increase this middle to the point I have 66 here. Okay, so now I have this one perfectly done. So the next thing is to move it into my frame like this. Now once you move it into your frame, you'll see this like this. Now you can actually place it where you want to place it. And let me off this my layer guide so that we can see what how it's going to look like. So I'm going to off my layer guide. Okay, so this is where to off layered guide. So I've off my layer guide. So we're having something similar to what we have in the previous page already, like this. Are you seeing that? Okay, so the last thing the last thing we're going to do here is the welcome to AliExpress. which is very, very, very easy to do. So all you need to do is to get your type and type welcome to welcome to sorry welcome to Ali. Okay, there's a way it's typed there. Okay, so so let me just do this so that we don't waste much time. We don't have much more. We don't have time left. Maybe tomorrow we'll continue. So I'm going to just copy what I have here, like this one here, to make work more faster for us. It's still text here. So text here. So let me copy this. Control C to make it very fast. And then I'm going to paste it here. Control V to paste. Now we have this. Now, how do? We make this particular text also an auto layout. We'll also make this text an auto layout. So how do we do that? Remember, press your Shift A to make it an auto layout. Then we'll push it to the point, to the place we want it to be inside the frame. Now after that, you find out that we've gotten this ready. Then the last thing we're going to do tomorrow, we'll learn how to do the animation and also how to do the sign up page. So please, tomorrow, come on time. So what I'm going to do here is to make all of them one frame. All these guys one frame. How do I do that? Select each frame here, and then make all auto layout. Now when you make all auto layout, you see you can easily reduce the size here. Are you seeing that? Can reduce the size here, and then you can come to this one here and increase the size of this one here. Oh, sorry, I think I'm having issues here. I'm going to give this one 10. Okay, let me remove this one from the auto layout first. Let me take it off that auto layout. Okay, so this one is off the auto layout, so the both of them are still there. So I'm going to push this there. So these two are similar. Okay, so after that, I think I need to still push it upward a little bit to this point, and then I like this one now, and then make it auto layout. Now you see it has stayed for us. So I'm going to convert it to all content here, no longer fixed to fill. So I'll convert it to all content. Also this one inside here, I'm going to convert it to all content so that everything will be in line. Now after that, I click on the main on the main frame here, the main big frame here, and then I will give it I'll give this our auto layout a padding. I'll give this our auto layout a padding to fill this particular entire workspace. We'll give it a padding. Okay, so let me increase the padding so that to fill that entire workspace. Okay, so it has filled the entire workspace. I've increased. Now I'm also going to give it a damp padding, which is the height and width padding, like this. So I'm going to push it up to this point. So we have now a balanced this thing. Now I'm going to give this particular auto layer we have made a feel of white. You will see the need why we give it a feel of white later on. So I'll give it a feel of white. After giving it a feel of white, okay, I'm going to give it a feel of white. Or let me just give it a gradient instead. I'm going to give it a gradient instead. So I'll come to gradient like I showed you guys. But this time, the gradient, I'm not going to put anything at the top side here. Are you there? I'm only going to put at the down side. So I'm going to push this guy upward to this point. Are you with me? So this one here, I'm going to change it to white, pure white here. I'm going to push it up here, change it to pure white. Why the second one? Sorry. Why the second one? I'm going to change the up one. I'm going to give it a 0%. I will show you the reason why I'm giving it a 0% later on. So I'm going to give it a 0%. That's more better for me. Now, the reason I gave it a 0%, if you watch, there's a fading in this particular animation. That's why I gave it a 0%. So far, thank you for following, and thank you for listening. If you have questions, you can drop your questions on the comment section. Tomorrow we are going to complete this particular stuff. We still have 2 days ahead of us. Though okay, we still have 2 days ahead of us. So I believe we are going to complete this in that 2 days. So, but for now, at least we're able to learn what auto layout is, how to create our padding, and also how to make our text on a particular frame. And I believe we'll also learn what frame is all about. Okay, thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Please come on time. The time is 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm going to start. You see now, we like for what I'm showing you now, we have lots to do. We have a long way to go. So if you don't come on time, you meet us half road, and then you don't know how we do some designs like this and some designs like this on our worksheet. Please come on time. Thank you very much for staying, and have a very good night.